Hi, this is Christina with the Knitting Lodge Resource Center, and we're starting a new Knit With Me program. And this I'm going to knit along on a project, video recording the important points, and with the written pattern here on the Resource Center. So if you're interested in making a pair of men's socks, whether you like to knit top down or toe up, either one, we're going to cover both in this program. And I've been asked a few times for a simple men's sock pattern. And this one has a bit of ribbing on it. It's a very basic pattern, so beginners, you'll be fine. If you're a seasoned sock knitter, that's fine too. The important points here are the sizing, and just some pointers we'll give along the way. What I'm set up to do here is to set my yarn up for the project. And I'm going to want to divide a 100-gram skein of yarn into two separate balls, such as these. And that way I've got them set up, one for each sock. I know how much yarn I have to use. Both of these yarns are between 450 and 470 yards in a fingering weight and a size 2 needle, so you'll be set with either of those. So what we're going to do to divide this pull skein up, and if you've got pre-measured 50-gram balls, you're all set. If you don't, then we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. I remove the label so that I can weigh the yarn without interruption. I've got a simple kitchen scale here that measures in grams, and I'm going to use a bowl on this scale to hold the ball to keep it from rolling like crazy. Before you get started, you're going to want to find your center pull, by the way. So I've got mine out there, but I want to measure the yarn. So before I put the yarn in, I'm going to zero the scale with the bowl on it. So now we're at 0. Each skein you'll find might vary by a few grams. Ours is actually coming in at 92 grams. So in order to get two equivalent balls out of this to separate it evenly, I'll have to wind each of those to 46 grams apiece. Good to know. So I take my center piece of this and thread it into my winder. Now, if you do not have a winder, that is fine. You can use the same technique and wind by hand. Having the pull skein in the bowl will keep you centered. Go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and we'll watch the numbers on the scale as they go down to 46. Now, I will say the colors we chose for this yarn are very basic colors. We use solids, we use tweeds, we use some very subtle virile type patterning for sock yarns for men. And keep the pattern design rather simple. There I have a little knot come out, and you'll find this inside the pull skeins. Don't despair. You can usually just pull them out and get them out of the way and continue winding. If you're winding by hand, you will find that faster. If you're winding with a ball winder, you'll want to keep the yarn in your hand to maintain tension anyway. So you can find those as they come out. So you see that the bowl is keeping the yarn in place so that it doesn't roll all over the place. Anyway, back to the color choices. The darker colors, the blacks, the blues, the greens, and the subtle pattern changes are what you'll want to look for a standard men's sock. Now there are variances in every case, so choose accordingly. What you'll need to do besides the yarn for this pattern is a set of double point needles, size 5, and a pair of feet to knit for it. So if you have the men's feet available, that's great. You'll be able to measure the sock as you go along. If you don't have the feet, if you're knitting this for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or what have you, that's fine. I'll give you the measurements right in the pattern to know how long to make the leg, how long to make the foot of the sock. So we're almost done. We're down to 53, 52. Wind along here, and we wanted to go to 46 so that we would hit the actual halfway point of this skein of yarn. There we go. Oh, 48. If you find that the yarn that you're in love with that you want to use for these socks is a little bit shy for what you'll need for the size of sock you're knitting, you could pick up a solid, small, inexpensive solid color. Either for this one I'd do a navy, or you could do a black, whatever works with your sock. Maybe you want a contrasting color and use that for the toe and heel, and that will keep you out of trouble. So there we go. That's our halfway point. And the remaining yarn in the bowl is measuring 46 grams. I took that out, I can take this off. I'll want to stick something in the center there to hold the ball in place and leave myself a center pull out of that to knit with. Keep that bowl from ready to go. Just use the label. I've got my, well, got an end. Okay, if I wait, whoops, I want to lay this without the label very quickly to make sure that we're both equivalent. Yes, we're right at 46. Very good. Okay, so winding up the rest of this, we'll be all set to start our socks. And like I said in the video, we're going to go ahead and do a pair of toe up and a pair of top down in stages. So the setup for this yarn will be the same for either, whichever direction you choose to knit in. And we'll start cast on videos. We'll have a separate cast on for each sock, and we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoy the program and join in. These videos will remain up on the Knitting Lodge resource site for you to work at your own leisure on your own time frame. So very good. I hope you'll enjoy. Thank you.